The North Korean leader, Kim Jong Un, says the world will soon get a glimpse of what he called a new strategic weapon. He was speaking at a conference of the ruling Workers' Party. Expressing frustration over stalled nuclear talks, Kim said his country was no longer bound by a moratorium on nuclear and missile tests. The suspension had been at the centre of diplomacy between North Korea and the United States. Kim accused the US of hostility, but he left the door open to further talks with the Trump administration. For more on this, I'm joined by journalist Frank Smith from Seoul. Frank, thanks for joining us. Now, Kim didn't give a traditional New Year's statement. Instead, his speech at a party conference was broadcast on state TV. What message was he trying to send with this?
Well, I think we need to consider the audience of his comments, those being first, the Workers' Party Congress, second, the domestic audience inside North Korea, and thirdly, and perhaps of no less importance for us, of course, is the international community and U.S. President Donald Trump. But his comments did represent a turning inward of North Korean leader Kim Jong Un's concern and a message to his constituency that he wants to see them continue to develop the North Korean economy and to concentrate on juche, which is self-reliance, rather than depend on a change in the international community's perspective in terms of its nuclear development and sanctions, and particularly a message to the United States that it wasn't waiting.
Now, his speech included threats of, as we mentioned earlier, a new strategic weapon in the near future. But it was light on details. How seriously are these words being taken internationally, and especially in the US?
Well, given that North Korea had conducted many nuclear tests, about half a dozen nuclear tests and several long-range missile tests, especially as late as 2017, before instituting that moratorium that's lasted 2 years, that really has exasperated North Korea, now saying that the U.S. had until the end of the year to change its attitude and to offer some relief from these biting U.S.-led UN sanctions. So it is being taken seriously in the international community. The U.S. president himself commented that he trusted North Korean leader Kim Jong Un to keep his word, to keep his promise made in June of 2018 that he would address the issue of denuclearization. But again, the North Korean leader made clear in his comments that he didn't feel unilaterally bound by the promise that he made to the United States. So we're likely to see some type of increase, some type of change from North Korea, certainly abandoning that moratorium that they had provided the U.S. without they feel any results coming out of it in the negotiations that took place over the last couple of years.
Frank Smith from Seoul, thank you so much.